What does it mean to be a man with an iron fist in a velvet glove? An intriguing question, isn't it? Let's break it down. Picture an iron fist, symbolic of strength, assertiveness, and power. It stands unwavering, firm, and unyielding, ready to take on any challenge. Now, envision this fist encased in a velvet glove, an emblem of gentleness, compassion, and kindness. The velvet glove does not diminish the power of the iron fist, but adds an essential layer of warmth and understanding to it. This is what it means to be a man with an iron fist in a velvet glove. It is about balancing the strength and assertiveness symbolized by the iron fist with the gentleness and compassion denoted by the velvet glove. It's not about being tough or soft, but about being both. It's about knowing when to stand firm and when to show kindness. You might be thinking, does such a man exist? Well, he does, and he's more common than you'd think. Consider the schoolteacher who commands respect in his classroom but shows understanding towards a struggling student, or the firefighter who courageously battles blazes but gently comforts a scared child, or the CEO who makes tough decisions for his company but supports his employees in times of hardship. These are men with iron fists in velvet gloves. They navigate the world with strength and softness, showing us that these qualities are not contradictory but complementary. The beauty of this concept lies in its adaptability. It doesn't matter if you're a college student, a working professional, or a retired gentleman. The philosophy of the iron fist in the velvet glove can be applied in any sphere of life, helping us to balance our strength with our compassion, our assertiveness with our understanding. It's a delicate balance, but many young men manage it remarkably well. Let's delve into their stories. Meet John, a young man who perfectly embodies the iron fist in a velvet glove. John's journey is one of balance, a balance between power and kindness, between the iron fist and the velvet glove. In his early days of school, John was the quiet, unassuming type. He preferred books to brawls and poetry to power plays. But when his friend was being bullied, John stepped in. He didn't start a fight, but he ended it. That's the iron fist. He stood up for what was right, displaying a strength that surprised everyone, even himself. But John's story doesn't stop there. After school, he carried this strength into his work life. He became a leader, not because he sought power, but because he sought fairness. He stood firm when others tried to push him down, and he stood up for his colleagues when they were treated unfairly. Again, the iron fist. Yet, John isn't just about power and strength. There's a soft side to him, the velvet glove. He cares deeply for his family, always there to support them, to comfort them, to protect them. He's the kind of person who would drop everything to help a loved one in need. And John's velvet glove extends beyond his family. He's deeply involved in community service. He spends his weekends helping at a local food bank, tutoring underprivileged kids, and volunteering at the elderly home. He believes in giving back, in using his strength to help those who are less fortunate. That's the velvet glove. John's story is a testament to the balance of strength and gentleness. He's the iron fist when he needs to be, standing up for himself and others. But he's also the velvet glove, caring for his family and his community with a softness that's just as powerful. But remember, he's not the only one. Now, let's turn our attention to Mike, another young man with an iron fist in a velvet glove. Raised in a neighborhood where the concrete jungle's rules were survival of the fittest, Mike found himself having to toughen up early in life. The streets demanded a thick skin and a relentless spirit, a proverbial iron fist. But don't let that fool you. Mike's story is not just about survival, it's about thriving amid adversity. Growing up, Mike faced challenges that would make even the toughest of us flinch. He had to combat poverty, violence, and the harsh realities of a neighborhood that offered few opportunities. He could have easily succumbed to the despair around him, but instead he chose to fight, to persevere, to survive. His iron fist was not an option, it was a necessity. But what makes Mike's story truly remarkable is his velvet glove. Amid the rough and tumble of his environment, Mike discovered a passion for art. He found solace in sketching the world around him, transforming the grit and grime into something beautiful. He didn't just create art, he lived it. His love for art became his sanctuary, his haven, his velvet glove. Mike's velvet glove extended beyond his sketchbook, though. He realized that he could use his passion to make a difference in his community. So he began teaching art to the children in his neighborhood, showing them that there was more to life than their immediate surroundings. He taught them to see the world through a different lens, to find beauty where others saw despair. And so Mike, the iron-fisted survivor, became Mike, the velvet-gloved teacher. His strength and resilience became a beacon of hope for his community, a testament to the power of perseverance. His love for art became a tool for change, a vehicle for transformation. Mike's story shows us that even in the harshest environments, the balance between strength and gentleness can exist. His life is a testament to the power of the iron fist in a velvet glove, a reminder that we all have the capacity to transform our circumstances, no matter how difficult they may seem. The stories of John and Mike show us the power of the iron fist in a velvet glove. Our journey takes us to the heart of their lives, where we witness a unique balance of strength and gentleness. John and Mike, in their own ways, have harnessed the power of the iron fist wrapped in a velvet glove, leaving an indelible mark on their communities. John, the gentle giant, a man of few words but many actions, has become an inspiration to those around him. His silent strength, like an iron fist, has moved mountains, while his velvet glove of gentleness has nurtured the smallest seeds of change into blossoming trees of hope in his community. Like a beacon of light, his example has drawn others to follow his path, to be strong yet compassionate, firm yet understanding. Then there's Mike, a man who has learned to balance his power and gentleness in a way that has transformed his relationships. His friends, family and colleagues can all attest to his strength of character, his iron will that never bends in the face of adversity. Yet they can also vouch for his tender heart, his velvet touch that soothes and heals. His life is a testament to the fact that power doesn't always have to be intimidating, and gentleness doesn't always mean weakness. The impact of their balanced approach to life extends far beyond themselves. Their communities thrive, their relationships flourish, and their personal success reaches new heights. They've shown that the power of the iron fist can be harnessed to protect, to build, to persevere, and the gentleness of the velvet glove can be used to comfort, to heal, to understand. Their stories remind us that strength and gentleness are not mutually exclusive, but rather two sides of the same coin. So, what can we learn from these young men with iron fists in velvet gloves? We've journeyed through the lives of gentle giants, exploring their unique approach to life. We've discovered that they possess an extraordinary blend of strength and gentleness, a rare quality indeed. These young men are not just physically strong, they have the mental fortitude of an iron fist, enveloped in the tenderness of a velvet glove. We've seen how they use this trait in their daily lives, demonstrating that it's not just about being tough. It's also about being gentle, understanding and empathetic. It's about knowing when to be which and striking a balance between the two. They have shown us that being an iron fist in a velvet glove is about using strength wisely, not aggressively. They've taught us that strength doesn't always need to be broadcasted. It can be quiet yet powerful. It doesn't need to intimidate but can instead inspire. It's about being firm when necessary, but also about being kind and respectful. We also learned that gentleness isn't a sign of weakness. Instead, it's a sign of incredible inner strength. It takes a strong person to be gentle in a world that often rewards the opposite. These young men have shown us that being gentle can have a profound impact on those around us. It can diffuse conflict, create a sense of peace, and foster a culture of respect. As we journey through life, we can all strive to be like these young men. We can strive to balance our strength with gentleness, to know when to be firm and when to be kind. It's not an easy feat, but it's a worthwhile one. As we've seen through John and Mike, being an iron fist in a velvet glove is not just about being tough or gentle, it's about knowing when to be which. And that, my friends, is a powerful lesson for us all.